everyone, welcome to episode number 3 of the 3-year challenge. The only challenge where I have to win the FA Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League in just 3 seasons using this incredible 2006-2007 database. Thank you all for the support so far on the series. Please continue that if you will. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, all of that good stuff. And of course, if you're wanting to download this database, I've left a link down in the description to the Mad Scientist Patreon page where I've purchased it myself. $1. That's all it is. Today we've got a very exciting episode. We're against Liverpool and then Chelsea. So Chelsea are currently sitting top of the league, as you can see here. We are currently sitting second. Let's see how we've been getting on. So I actually played an insane amount of games since I last spoke to you. That was up here, the Lyon game, 2-1. So as you can see, I've battered through about a month and a half. West Ham, first of all, 1-1 draw, late goal, costing us. Again, Newcastle, late goal, costing us once again. Although we did take the lead quite late on after being 2-0 down. So not too bad on that one, but Michael Owen is unbelievable on this game. How amazing is his attributes? Shame he wasn't like that in real life in his latter stage of his career, but still. We then drew 2-2 against AZ in the Champions League. Manchester City, the Manchester Derby, has never been easier for me on Football Manager, for a very long time anyway. 2-0 win. Reading then, 3-3 in the Premier League. Again, 86th minute. I cannot stop these late goals. I don't understand what's happening to us. We then scored a late goal though, in a 3-0 win. Didn't mean much. Middlesbrough. And since that game, since the Reading game, we've been on a bit of a run. We haven't actually lost a game yet, which, touch wood, will continue. So Middlesbrough, 3-0. Liverpool in the League Cup, 4-1, with a different lineup. Because it was the League Cup, I don't necessarily want to win it, because it's not part of our 3-year challenge. So I rested a few players. Maybe they rested players as well, but we ended up winning 4-1. Adriano then got a brace in a victory against Aston Villa. 2-0 win and a 3-0 win against Osasuna in the Champions League. Adriano, Wayne Rooney and Gary Neville. Let's have a look at the Champions League then. We've already qualified, which is fantastic news for us. Still unbeaten, of course. Drew 1, which was against AZ, I don't know, and won 3. Good goal difference as well, running into the last 2 games against Lyon and AZ. So, Liverpool-Chelsea, difficult one. Chelsea have been an unstoppable force so far. And let's have a look at the Premier League. We are 4 points behind them. So they've drew 2 games less than us and actually won those 2 games. So we're going to need to catch up, hopefully, in these 2 games that we have in front of us. So, the team selection then. We've had a fair amount of injuries. And one of them, again, Cristiano Ronaldo. More and more injuries already. If we have a look at his injuries, already a 4-week and a 2-week currently, with another 2 weeks added on to that. So 2 months so far without Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not good. So Paul Scholes and Michael Carrick forming a nice little partnership. Adriano gave him a nice little PNG file. That looks good, doesn't it? I've tried giving a picture for every single player. I know it doesn't add up and it looks different to the rest, but I downloaded a face pack and the ones that already have faces, it doesn't overwrite them. I'm not going to go through and take them all off. You're just going to have to bear with it, and your OCD is just going to have to kick in. But I do actually quite like how Adriano is like that. That pleases me very nicely. So outside of that then, I think this is definitely the side we want to go with. Everyone seems fit and healthy. This is probably our strongest side outside of Ronaldo being on that right-hand side. So let's go forward and hopefully win in this class. Well, it's a Premier League derby, isn't it? I don't really know what the name is for it. It shows how good of a Man United fan I am. But this is the Liverpool side. Steven Gerrard, of course, probably their best player. A very good player. Current ability of 185. They also have Jamie Carragher in his prime, 28 years old. Very good player indeed. Even has a bit of pace. Well, you never thought you'd see it, did you? But outside of that, Daniel Agger is also an extremely good defender on this game. So they do have some decent players. Reina in goal, one of the best keepers on the game as well. They do have decent players. They also have some not decent players. Jermaine Pennant on the right-hand side. Of course, he's been on a few dating shows recently with him and his wife. No judgment here, Jermaine. At Anfield then, very early on in the game, 20 minutes in, Fabio Aurelio has the ball on the left-hand side. Tries to cut it back. There is Pennant, and that would have just been karma, wouldn't it? Jermaine Pennant puts that in after me mentioning some sort of things of his personal life. And then he goes and scores. That would have just been typical. Thankfully, didn't happen yet. Half time then. What a boring first half that was. Now, I did see some comments saying that Manchester United actually won this Premier League in real life, which I completely forgot about. I thought Chelsea won the Premier League in the 06-07 series. But Man United actually went on a treble run of the Premier League, won it 3 years in a row, including the Champions League. I'm not sure whether they won the FA Cup. I'm going to have to look that up to see whether Sir Alex actually done that. But I very much doubt that I'm going to be able to do the same as Sir Alex Ferguson. Do I even have any highlights? What is going on? Right, 73 minutes gone. How are we looking? Park is kind of tired. I mean, I don't necessarily want to change. Okay, we'll put Fletcher on. We'll just put Fletcher on. I think Ryan Giggs, taking him off as well and give him a rest. Richardson's been really good when he's come on. He doesn't look an incredible player, but he has done the business so far this season. He's done all right. Louis Saha, maybe. Do I bring Louis Saha or Alan Smith on? I want to see this game out with these two strikers. Wayne Rooney and Adriano need to start scoring some more goals for me, please. Almost a blinking you'll miss it game, this. But Wayne Rooney has now picked it up. On the counter, please, Wazza. Oh, he's lost out. Mark Gonzalez, of all players, Van der Sar has saved Rooney's blushes there. Another corner. Peter Crouch. Oh, that was close. Peter Crouch off the bench, almost scoring. And well, full time. We couldn't replicate what we did in the League Cup. But it is away to Anfield in the league. It's not the best. We would, of course, like a victory. But it keeps our unbeaten run going. Over to Chelsea now. Let's see if we can finally give them their first loss. Okay, so we're back for the Chelsea game. There was an international break in between. A couple of our players have come back quite tired. Don't know whether that's going to affect us. Ryan Giggs down on 91. Gabriel Hines is unhappy because he wants a new contract. Went to offer him one. An extortionate amount of money he wanted. But still, maybe we'll offer him to that another time. Let's put John O'Shea on the bench because he's very versatile. Can play in many positions that we've seen already. But I think we're sort of left on a limb here. And we're just going to have to go with the same side. I want to keep Park Ji-sung on that right. He's not amazing. He has good physicals and he has decent work rate, is what I like. He doesn't have the technical abilities for the Premier League on this database anyway. And I don't think, really, Darren Fletcher is really suited for the wing because of his physicals. So I'd rather keep Park Ji-sung for the work rate to put up with the players that Chelsea are going to provide against us. Because if we look, Ian Robben, in his prime, 22 years old. Unbelievable player. They have Shevchenko up top, Michael Ballack, and Michael Essien. A centre midfield partnership of dreams there, with Claude Makelele in behind. They've signed a player, Pablo, centre back there instead of Ricardo Carvalho. Jeremy, do you remember Jeremy? Funny looking head is Jeremy, but we do. There's Ricardo Carvalho on the bench. They do have some incredible players. Ashley Cole. Sean Wright-Phillips when he was decent. But this, we've been on a good run. Come on. Let's go for this. I have faith. It's going to be a big game. A 6-pointer, if you will, which we are actually 6 points behind. So it means quite a lot if we can get the 3 points in this game. Here we go. At Old Trafford. Makelele to Essien. They're going to have one man extra in midfield, but of course they've only got Shevchenko up top. But it is Shevchenko. Oh, Wayne Rooney, commit yourself. If that's Adriano, it's a goal, because he's fast. A lot faster than Wayne Rooney. Ashley Cole. They're playing dangerously. What a ball that is. Sean Wright-Phillips pulls it back. Ian Robben. Back to Shevchenko. Hard chance to put away that one, but it's still Shevchenko, isn't it? Although he wasn't good at Chelsea, on this game, he was amazing. And in real life, he was amazing. Let's not forget that. There he is. Shevchenko on the ball once again. Ashley Cole. Ian Robben. Makelele. Pablo. It's quite interesting that they've decided to sort of play the 4-1-4-1 formation and not sort of resort to what we see nowadays with the 3 in midfield and the 2 wide forward players. Sean Wright-Phillips, Van der Sar is off the post and Gary Neville has cleared it. But yeah, going back to that, the tactic that they're using with the wingers back in midfield rather than sort of the inside forward or inside wingers. It's quite interesting that they're doing that, which is very much like what it was back in the day in 2006-2007. Ryan Giggs, put the ball in the net, in the box, sorry. Sean Wright Phillips he's done so well. Iron Robin using his pace. 3 men in front of him. Michael Ballack, Essien, Shevchenko, clear it. Nice. We just can't get past Makelele. It's like a brick wall down there. The old style of N'Golo Kante, that's what he is. Iron Robin. And Van der Sar has made a fantastic save. Dutchman to Dutchman. Iron Robin bangs it in. Rooney now. Can we counter? Adriano's in there. Sean Wright Phillips does so well. He's actually booked. So maybe he didn't do so well. Well, again, we haven't done much. We haven't really provided a lot of opportunities. I want to see something from us now. But instead, Chelsea seem to be the team in the driving seat. Essien was so much space. Iron Robin's got around Gary Neville like he isn't even there. And Van der Sar, that is very, very poor from you. He's on a 7.2. I disagree. I very much disagree. He's gone down to a 7 just from that. That should be more because he should be saving that. Gary Neville, that's poor from you, but he smacks it at him. Van der Sar gets a hand to it. You've got to be tipping that out. You cannot be just tipping that into the net. Now we've got a lot to do. We have got a lot to do against a very difficult Chelsea side. Maybe we should drop Rooney into the hole. Think if we drop Rooney into there, keep him as that, and stick Giggsy and Park Ji-sung up a little bit further on the winger, keep him on support. I think this is what we're going to have to do. Try and find ourselves a goal. Find some gaps. Get the ball away from Makelele or take the ball off him. Wayne Rooney, please. Right, I've banged on Louis Saha on the wing. He can't really play that well, but I think he's left-footed, isn't he? Very strong left foot, yeah. He's going on the left. Alan Smith's going to come in. For Wayne Rooney, he's not playing too well at all. See if we can find a goal. Corner ball, though, to Chelsea. Can we counter? Can we use Adriano's pace? No, we can't, because Michael Ballack has made it 2. And now we sit 9 points behind Chelsea. This is going to be way too difficult to pull back. Because they just look unbeatable at the minute. And we are looking very bad. Late goals coming against us. We can't really defend against the big sides. We're constantly conceding goals. And we don't look like we're scoring enough. Rio Ferdinand. Poor Scholes. Back to Rio. There's Saha. Out to Hines. Oh, here we go. Shevchenko now. 1-on-1 with Vidic. Straight at Van der Sar. It's a let-off. Well, that is very disappointing. Jose Mourinho comes here and takes all 3 points and really nails down a huge deficit in the league already. Delighted with the victory. I bet you are. The chosen one. Unbelievable. So we now sit. I mean, Arsenal could even go level on points for us. That's how bad we're doing so far. That's our first loss of the season. They are looking so comfortable. They've won 4 more games than us already. 9 points clear. We're just going to have to focus on other things, especially the FA Cup this year. I think is one thing we really need to aim for. Chelsea, of course, is going to be the ones that we're going to have to hope get knocked out at some point. If they're focusing on the league and maybe the Champions League. And we'll just see how we get on in the Champions League. If we get a lucky draw, who knows? Who knows what will happen? Maybe we'll get some extra money in January because finance-wise, we have no transfer budget and we're slightly over on the wage budget, but we have 60 million in the bank. So I'm hoping we get some extra money and we can possibly bring in at least 1 or 2 players early on while all the prices are quite low. Because the good thing about this game is that if you do have some money, there's a lot of players that you can buy. And although I went all balls out and went for Adriano, maybe the smarter thing would have been to sign 2 or 3 players for less and see how we go. But it's fucking Adriano, isn't it? It's Adriano. I needed to get that man. I got him. Well, thank you very much. Drop a like on this video if you can. That would be fantastic. Sorry about how poor the episode was. But we'll bring you back on Thursday. Hopefully, we'll have a bit more of a success. that episode, we'll probably look to have the AZ and the Arsenal game. That seems perfect for us. So I'll play the 4 games in between. Champions League, the final game of the Champions League group stage to see whether we go top. And Arsenal in the Premier League, who will probably be around about where we are sitting right now, 2nd and 3rd. I'll see you then. Drop a like on the video if you can. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.